Alright, like so many of my videos, they are long, but for me, they are definitely not boring. Um, Here's another video I took back in January 17, 2019, early this year. Visibility was good, but I was getting some compression, and I am going to try to put some videos together to show what I talk about, compression, magnification, or looming, whichever you want to, call it. Also, some videos on distortion. Um, Definitely the mirroring effect, though, and even diffraction, how the diffraction blocks you out from actually seeing, um, the actual bottom of the boat. Um, and the way I look at it is the boat is converging. Now that boat that just went by, he's most likely in the Hernando Beach channel. This boat is well beyond the Hernando Beach channel. Um, Actually, the first boat that went by could have been in the Bayport channel. There's Bayport channel, and then there's Hernando Beach channel at 4 miles, somewhere around that. And this boat is well away from the Hernando Beach channel and the Bill Watts rack. And I'll pick out a couple of things, but I did use my cell phone to prove the height of my camera. I'm only at about, 28 inches is my camera height, sitting at the lowest setting on my tripod. There is a little bit of water missing, but I'm actually taking this footage and the tide is coming in. It's not going out. And later on, I have to move my camera, and you'll see that in one of my cell phone videos that I put on here for proof of my camera height and where I'm located. I am at Pine Island. Um, I'm out in front of that bush that's out in front of this little observation deck that's out there. You see it in some of my other videos, people that are familiar with my footage and my filming. Um, Now, this boat is actually leading away. It's going southwest, but it isn't going directly away from me. A little bit later, you'll see it turn a little bit, and then you can tell it is going more directly away from me. But right now, you can see, barely the front end of that boat. You can still see the bow of that boat in the water, um, which, knowing the distances to the Bayport Channel, um, knowing the distance to the Hernando Beach channel, this boat has to be at least 4.5, 5 miles away from me. And I'm not lying, but should I see these birds that are sitting out there in front of me because they are lower? Should I assume that uh, everything's curving up and that Earth is concave? No, I don't see that one bit. Some people seem to think that that's proof. But in some of my videos, I'll show you why I do not accept that. So again, here's some original audio. Look at this. And then look at this. It's surrounded by water. My ladies. Damn. It's. Look at this. And then look at this. Almost surrounded by water. My leg is frozen. Damn. It's. My foot fell asleep. Oh, shit. Alright. One more time here. Should be coming across the screen. I'm going to be in the water here soon. Right. I had to turn it back on. Look at that. Look at that. There ain't no way in hell I can see that out there.
That's about what I'm seeing right here with my eyes. I had to turn it back on. Look at that. Look at that. There ain't no way in hell I can see that out there.
Now I could give you my camera height, showing you that with some more cell phone footage, taking a tape measure, but I've already showed it many times on in some of my previous videos. It is at 28 inches high, and again, the water was coming in. Later on in this footage, if I left the natural audio on, you'd hear me say, "Oh, my camera is sinking." Matter of fact, I might still try to leave that little portion in, because you literally do see the camera sink a little bit, and that's because the tide started coming right up to the bottom of my tripod, and the front leg started sinking in. And again, people can try to discredit this, debunk it, or whatever they want to try to do. I'm still not going to accept somebody telling me that this here is refraction pulling this boat up from well beyond the curve. I could go to the curve calculator and put in the 28 inches and the distance that I think that I'm seeing this boat. Now, there might be a discrepancy on the exact distance of this boat, but I can tell you it's definitely not 3 miles away. You'll see a boat come into the screen. Actually, you'll see two of them if one didn't already pass, but you'll see one that's in the Bayport channel. It's a smaller boat, and then you'll see a bigger boat go by. That's actually in the Hernando Beach channel. And when I look at the size of that boat that's in the Hernando Beach channel, and then I look at this boat, I have to say that I actually believe that this boat is 5 to 6 miles away. And there'll be a reason why I make that claim too. Um, again, I'm always doing these observations, and I started doing these low observations. And okay, you even see this bird that's floating around. There goes the small boat. I think for sure that that boat's in the Bayport channel, only because he was on this side of that channel marker, and that channel marker is a Bayport channel marker. The smaller channel markers are much smaller. The Hernando Beach ones are much smaller than the Bayport. But again, I do feel like I am getting a little bit of magnification, or the looming, or the lensing effect, which again, whichever people want to use. Some people say, well, that's a shield term, or here's where my camera's sinking because the water tide's coming in, getting up underneath my tripod. I'm gonna just, and there's the bigger boat that's in the Hernando Beach channel. Obviously, much, much bigger than this boat as far as height and size. Again, this boat is well, well farther away. And then something very interesting will come up here shortly, which I think it's pretty cool that I caught this. And I'm just now noticing it. Again, I've been going back through reviewing a lot of my footage, and again, some of my footage, because I do so much. I come home, I download it, I skim through it real quickly, and because it's usually late at night after I come home, I take a shower, or I eat, or take my shower, eat, then come out and look at these real quick, or download them. By the time I get them all downloaded and everything, it's pretty late. And I do believe that there's water well beyond this. You can see that at a certain point there is a mirroring effect, but it's well beyond that visible water, or the visible water above that visible water. And again, I'm going to explain this in a video that I'm hoping to make with a bunch of small little clips from a bunch of observations showing you how this horizon actually works. And you know, you can still see these rigs. It's rigs above the water itself. Excuse me. And this is one thing that, you know, a lot of Glovers again will say that, you know, everything's getting refracted up. Well, are these birds getting refracted up in front of my camera? It can't be. These are all in line of sight observations. You cannot, you know, see something that's below the curve, and something that's below the curve can't get refracted up unless it's visible. So unless I'm actually seeing this boat, there's no way in heck that it's going to pop up above this curve. So are we going to believe our eyes, or are we going to believe what science claims? And here's another boat coming out of the Hernando Beach channel. These big shrimp boats cannot come out of the Bayport. It's got too much shallow water. And then looky here. What's this? This is another boat, another shrimp boat that's well beyond the one that I'm looking at. And you can actually, if you look close, you can see its rigs sticking out from the sides. And this is a very compressed boat. That boat is so compressed, it's almost flat like a pancake. And these optical effects occur when we're looking across long distances of water, real close to the water. Why? Because of our angular resolution to the water. Now, one of the things that I do regret, and I apologize for that, was I turned away from that boat and started filming this one. Reason why was I didn't even see that small boat. Even in my natural audio, I never even spoke of it. Why? Because I'm looking at a little 2 by 4 inch screen, and that's what's kind of another little thing that's hard to see when you're looking at these small screens, what's actually going on. Now, again, from the same location, I go back to this island. I've been filming this little strip, this little spot in between these two, or this island. It's just where the tree lines come down. And there's this little patch of land there with the opening going all the way through it. And again, at 28 inches, and that's 4.84 miles. I've shown that in previous videos too, the distance of that. And it is 4.84 miles from Pine Island. Again, I'm out here doing simple observations and just trying to show people reality over belief.
Shit, I'm in the water. Now I gotta show this. Okay, I gotta get out of here. Okay, I gotta get out of here. I'm in the water. So I gotta back up here.